Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to come in here with a couple tips for, since we're all doing this Wellness Wednesday and we wanted to like better ourselves with if we're doing any type of workouts or anything like that. So the first couple tips I want to give you today, or not the first couple, but the tips I want to give you today are on recovery. I know that a lot of people tell me that they get sore after they work out, and should you work out if you're sore? And honestly, it kind of depends on how sore you are, and then you need to kind of help to alleviate some of that soreness before you start jumping back into another workout or work a different muscle. So I want to talk about some things to help to speed up your recovery and to help with recovery for sore muscles and things like that. So the first tip I want to talk about is make sure that when you're working out, that after you've done your workout, that you make sure you cool down. You make sure you're cooling all of your muscles down. You're doing your stretches, you're doing your walking. And so if you're a runner, you make sure you slow your pace down to a walk and everything like that. You stretch your muscles out. So definitely stretch your muscles out at the end, stretch out in the beginning for your warm up, but then also make sure you do your cool down. I think your cool down is almost more important than your warm up, to be honest with you, because I feel like your cool down is what helps to kind of help with that lactic acid, because your body, when you're working out and you're building your muscles and things like that, that lactic acid starts to build up in your body. In order to kind of break that back down, you need that cool down, because the lactic acid is what kind of gets in your muscles and makes them tight and makes them sore. So you definitely need to cool down. The next thing I want to recommend is that you, before you do a workout, is maybe eat some sort of fruit, like a pear or an orange, something citrusy, or like a pear. Like I said, it doesn't have to be citrusy, but that's going to also help with recovery after you've worked out. I'm not exactly sure what the science is behind it, but I know that it does work because I've used those tips myself. I've used that technique myself. I eat oranges, or I'll eat a pear or something like that, and it really helps to recover afterwards. It helps to make your muscles and everything not so sore, so your recovery time is not so long. The next tip is to take a cool bath, or actually a cool shower. They tell you to take a cool shower, but I am one who I don't like cool showers, so I like to take a nice warm bath. So what I like to do is take an Epsom salt bath, and you can get this type of product here. You can get pure Epsom salt. This is the Epsom salt foaming bath, and it helps to soften and nourish your skin at the same time, but then it's also going to help with your muscles and muscle recovery so that your muscles aren't so sore. So I would definitely recommend checking out some sort of Epsom salt for your muscles to help to alleviate any of that pain, so the next day that you can get right back into working out again. The next thing is a roller. So this is something we picked up a while ago. I've just about hit myself in the face with it. This is a giant roller. So what you want to do with this thing, it's made out of like styrofoam, but it's I don't know if it's hollow or not. I don't know. It's got like this little ring at the top. But what I like to do with this, and my whole family actually does with this, is to roll your muscles. And there are techniques that you can look up that are best ways to roll your muscles. You can roll your back, you can roll your legs. So your legs is what really feels good, especially the back of your calf muscles. If you roll those with using this type of roller, it is very, very helpful to alleviate that pain from working out. And then also roll your bottoms of your feet using a tennis ball. Roll the bottoms of your feet. If you're a runner, that's really, really helpful to help with making sure that your feet aren't sore, because I know that's a spot for me. Like when I run, I don't run often. I used to run a lot, but now I don't run as often as I used to. But if I do have sore feet, then rolling a tennis ball underneath my feet really, really helps. So that's another little tip. And then the next and last tip is to make sure that if you are working out, that make sure that you are not doing the same exercise 2 days in a row. So like, especially if it's bodybuilding type of products, so like, or not products, but workouts. So like say you're working your triceps or your biceps or your whatever. Make sure that you don't do the same muscles 2 days in a row. So make sure you give those muscles a break, a 24-hour break, so that way there they can kind of, what your muscles do honestly is they'll split and break, and then they need to repair themselves, and they need that 24 hours to repair themselves so they can build bigger. Then not only that, they can repair and then to feel better the next time you do start working out. The only muscle in your body that you can work every single day is your ab muscles. Your ab muscles, you can work those out every single day. At least I was told this by karate instructors, and also by not physicians, but workout instructors. I was told that by everyone who I've ever talked to. They said that you can definitely work out your ab muscles every single day. That's something you can work on every day, and it's not gonna, you don't have to worry about fatiguing those. You have to let the muscles in the rest of your body kind of split and then repair themselves. So make sure you give yourself that 24-hour little bit of a break. Other than that, that is all the tips I have for today. I'd love to hear if you have some tips for working out and things like that. If you have any kind of health and fitness tips, let us know, because we're all trying to get on the right track for this year. So let me know your tips. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.